What a year it is. We always look forward to this weekend. It's the best weekend of the year, the most invigorating weekend of exhilarating motorsport and automotive celebrations. Now, we are kicking off today here at the BMW stand because we have a rather special celebration.
BMW have been great supporters of the Festival of Speed for nearly 25 years. So it's very appropriate that we should be celebrating 50 years of M, and we're thrilled to have M in front of the house looking so magnificent. And of course we're here to have this very special launch as well.
Part of the celebration of this weekend, though, is the BMW M, the 50 years that BMW M cars have been around.
Driftkhana, well, obviously loads of us saw you last year. You brought something very, very different. What is this?
It's a brick with a lot of horsepower. 1983 Subaru wagon GL. It's the new Gymkhana car. It's actually the best balanced car I've ever driven in my life, but we'll see. It's a little lighter than last year's car. It's a lot smaller. Believe it or not, the air slayer was huge, but the downforce was great. But I think on this course up here, we should be running similar times. We'll be all over the place. Real good to slide around, so it'll be a good handful.
a ride you just had up the hill, your first time. How was it?
Oh, it was amazing. Like, it is, as you said, the first time for us. And we had basically everything. We had dry spots, we had wet spots, we had some greasy spots, so we had everything, but it was an awesome experience.
Now, is this Sam Schmidt driving this Arrow McLaren? I have a feeling it is. Sam Schmidt, IndyCar racer and owner.
It is.
Had a crash in IndyCar that left him as a paraplegic and has been running his own hugely successful team since. But with Arrow, this high technology firm, he is not only walking again with an exoskeleton, but he has also had this car adapted so that he can drive this car. A man for whom impossible is merely just the first of many hurdles in life. Phenomenal to see that so much progress is being made in the help of people who have suffered such catastrophic accidents.
Well, I'm here for a very special global launch here with Berno Demmer from the Porsche Penske Motorsport. Let's take the covers of this exciting new race car.
this is one of the best, road show, let's say road show in the world. Yeah, Goodwood is so famous. I'm really proud to be here.
But now that I've been up the hill 5 or 6 times, I believe it is overall, that last run today was the first wheelie I've done in 30 years. And then coming out of these double rides, my throttle hand was saying go, but my brain was saying no, so I'm glad I listened to the head, yes.
And for you, Wayne, you've got your family here this weekend. It must be, it's a big thing for your whole family, I'm sure, to experience a weekend like this and to see you back on your bike after everything you've gone through since Misano that day.
Yeah, it sure has. My wife Shay, she watched me race in all those races in my Grand Prix years, but I've never seen her as nervous as she was here at the first time I rode. But she seems to have calmed down a bit. But on top of that as well, when I was injured, my son was 10 months old. And now he's here, and he's actually picking me up and lifting me onto the bike.
Here we go then. This is a weapon. Have you ever seen anything like it? Wait till it leaves the blocks. It is a frightening looking vehicle.
Fully electric.
You'd get out the way if this came up behind you, that is for sure.
2 electric motors at the rear. It's got a fan to create downforce, and you'll see it chucking out the air and debris virtually out of the fan at the back of it that creates huge amount of downforce.
Look at that. Look at Have you ever seen anything like it off the line?
Here we go.
McMurtry Automotive Spearling then. Alex Summers is your driver.
Yeah, Alex is a hill climb winner many times, leading the current British Hill Climb Championship in a very different kind of car to this, though. And he's sharing it with Max Chilton over the weekend.
Well, Max Chilton was looking up in it yesterday. Alex Summers, though, doesn't look like he's hanging about. Yeah, you wouldn't want to blink, would you? You'd be in the fence if you blinked too much.
On board, great shot.
Wow, over the sprint.
Yeah, now he's just got the final part. It's so quick.
29.6 through the second intermediate, 29.6. He is going to blitz this time, surely.
Yeah.
Coming to the finish line, over the finish line at 40.05. 40 seconds, 149.1 mile an hour, 40.5 for the complete course. Wow.
That is fantastic. That is almost a new record. Not quite, but that is so close to the existing record here.
Alex Summers, what if I told you that you are the second fastest man ever to climb that piece of tarmac?
I mean, what an honour, yeah. Dead chuffed. Really pleased for the guys. Obviously we had that issue earlier, so it's lovely to be up here and it's lovely to fly the flag for the brand. So yeah, couldn't be happier right now.
Well, there's a little bit of a celebration ongoing behind us. If you like cars, you probably like Ferrari. And if you like Ferrari, this is probably the best place to be in the world right now. 75 years of the iconic brand we're celebrating here at the Goodwood Festival of Speed.
Do they score? What's going on the screen right now?
Well, on the screen you'll see these barrels and wall ride graphics, and you can see Bagsy now making his way around, and you can see those barrels pointed on the edge of the circuit. Those blue lights will be flashing. When they get close to him, within a foot, the light will go green. That means Bagsy will score in that zone. Now, this section is timed from the start line to just up before Morecambe. They have to get through here as quick as possible. Now, Bagsy going to put on a show. Door open, waving to the big crowds here outside the house. He's going to make his way down. There is a freestyle section just a little bit up from there.
Into the wall ride, all four lights come on, and then around the pylon we go. It's in the smoke there somewhere. He knows where it is. The camera has no chance of seeing it.
No, it certainly doesn't. Now James Dean going to flick that car into that parking spot. Perfectly executed once again from James Dean. And look at this for Kevin Quinn.
When you're down by the start line grandstand, and it's right beside the family area and all the catering on the cricket pitch, so there are huge numbers of families with small kids there. Boy, oh boy, you can just imagine they've abandoned burger and chips and straight for the noise. And boy, what a show these guys put on right from the start line.
Yeah, they certainly do. And look at this, Kevin Quinn. You can see him dragging that rear diffuser on that back bumper of that Silvia S15 along the ground as he makes it widely across the track. Now looks for the three barrels outside the house, gets it absolutely perfect. Kevin Quinn said the more he drives this car, the more he loves it, and the more he wants to just keep on driving. It takes a little bit of turf up in the air as he waves his hand, looking for a round of applause from the grandstand and the hill. Now he's going to make his way into that area, lights up 3, 4, gets them all done, slows the car down nicely, gets into the barrel. Now that big front splitter could pay a problem for him, and it does once again as he now starts to push it around. Oh, and he knocks it over once again. Abino struggling with that today, gets the car parked and does it in style.
Mika Häkkinen, lovely to see you at the Festival of Speed. How's your day going?
It's been fantastic, I tell you. Also meeting Nigel Mansell. You know, I started. Oh, it's fantastic, I tell you. I joined the Formula One first time '91, and of course Nigel was racing flat out and racing against Arthur Senna big way. And then of course Nigel had a chance to beat my teammate in the McLaren in '95. So we had a huge respect each other.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a massive round of applause for the 1992 World Champion, Nigel Mansell. we haven't asked you about the emotions of driving that car up the hill today. Did it bring back the memories straight away? Because you have not been in that car since Adelaide 1992. This is the first time, and all these wonderful people here have been witness to that. So tell me about the emotions of that.
Trying not to well up. I feel like I've just won a race, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. It's I cannot believe it's 30 years ago, and I just feel so proud and privileged to stand here, and just like to thank everybody for making it happen.
Well done. Welcome to the Festival of Speed.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry I couldn't put any donuts on show for the guys then. We got stuck behind a BMW who couldn't do a donut and the engine overheated, and so I had to just take it easy and make sure all was okay. So, you know, it's so great to be back, you know, at the Festival of Speed, seeing fans back in action at all of these motorsport events and giving us so much support. So, you know, it's a great build-up, and also ahead of Silverstone next week, I'm sure a lot of the fans are going to be there too.
Of course, it's a great time of year for British motorsport. You've just come up in the Formula 1 car. You're coming up again, I think.
I will be. I'm not too sure exactly when, so we're going to go back down. Yeah, we've got a couple of runs, so hopefully next time I can put on a bit more of a show for everyone.
Knows how to drive a car, no doubt about that, and he's using all of the track and the grass. He looks so smooth, so under control. This thing is fast for a bigger vehicle.
Yeah, it's electric, but it's 1,000 horsepower, so it's got amazing drive, and he's been really showing us he's got great pace with it.
He's quickest at the first split, 21.53, so he's quickest at the first split. Let's wait and see what he can do. Malcolm was a bit hectic, but he got through it quick.
Another Formula 1 champion here this weekend, of course, joining a whole group of them. But this is not a Formula 1 car, but he seems to be getting his head around it completely. It's an area that he's getting involved in more and more.
He's going to win this by, well, he's going to be the fastest up to date, I should say, at this point. There's no doubt in my mind.
47.94.
Yeah, incredible.
But I tell you what, he's got great potential for the future. He's already a champion from the Ginetta GT4 and a Ginetta Junior champion. So he's a driver who's building his professional career right now. This will mean a huge amount to him to be taking this Porsche up the hill, and he's really going for it.
Wheelie? Do you see wheelies often from Porsche? Hang on a second. I thought that was a motorcycle domain. Oh, brilliant. Trust the youngster to be treating a Porsche with such disdain. Incredible. He's on the grass again. This is not going to be fast. He would have lost traction surely on that. But brilliant. He's a real crowd pleaser. 21.8 at the first split. That's fantastic. 35.4 at the second split. I tell you, this is not bad. If he makes it up the hill, he's going to be second. Surely he cannot pick that pace back up. He's lost a little bit of time here and there. Over the line then, blast through. Oh, he does make it. Look at that, 47.91.
And this is another all-electric machine, as you can hear, because you can't hear an engine, you just hear a screech as the tyres set it off en route.
The equivalent of 2,000 horsepower from the 4 electric motors that are driving this forward. Dumas, of course, is the quickest man on a Saturday, 39.9 before, but Romain Dumas this time around, I wonder what it's, that's a 4.2 launch. That is as fast as Jenson Button. These EVs really get up and go from the start, don't they?
Yeah, and his first interval is actually quicker, so I think he's got the good potential here to actually take that top spot for now. I'm not sure it's going to be quite enough in the end when we've got the fastest vehicles out there, but nonetheless, Romain Dumas knows this place better than almost anybody, having delivered so many great results here. Such a top competitor in all forms of motorsport.
46.58, so it's in the ballpark.
This has electrical power as well, and you can see and hear that it's got great performance as it climbs up the hill. It's amazing how many of these vehicles are electric and delivering these high speeds. Richard's keeping it smooth. He's not running too much on the grass.
Intermediate 1, he's underneath Romain Dumas by some considerable margin. So if he carries on with this kind of performance past the flip wall, this could be your new number 1. It's looking very good indeed. 33.36 it was at intermediate 2. So he's dropped him by another second. He's going to go top with this, I'm sure.
Yeah, 45.5.
Oh, that's a launch and a half. 100 metres in, watching over the 100 metres, 4.32. That's not quite the fastest Romain Dumas was the quickest over that period. But look at the way he works his car. I can't believe how soft the suspension is everywhere. And you can see those aero devices that spring up when he's on the brakes, just to kind of slow the car down, push the car into the ground, get the air as an assister. Through Moulcom we go. Oh, that was sideways there.
Yeah, we could see the correction. You were looking out the window.
You should have seen it from the window. No wonder they're clapping. Oh, nearly clipped the bail. No, right next to the flip wall. This is a great drive. Whether the car is capable of beating everyone else, we'll see. 34.0. He's right on it. He's the fastest in the second sector. Does he go for it? 45.5 is the one to beat. 46.2.
And it's nearly blast off.
Look at that. So the suction down to the track. Max Chilton then looks pretty calm in there at the moment, but he won't be in a minute once this thing builds up. Through turn 1, look at the way it sucks itself straight down onto the track.
Yeah, you can see how the fan at the back, that creates 2,000 kilos of downforce. It grips the car down. It's got 1,000 horsepower. It's a tiny car as well.
3.51 seconds over the first 100 metres. 17.34 seconds at intermediate 1, and I can't hardly read it out as quick as he's getting to these points at the moment. Through there he goes. 28.24. 28.24 at intermediate 2, and he's already heading up towards the line. So what's it going to be over the line? Is it going to be a new record? Of course it must be a new record, surely. 39.008. 39.08. He is the fastest ever man on the Sunday. He's the fastest ever man whatever day of the week it is,
because the
here at the Festival of Speed.
The previous on any was a 39.90, a 39.08. It's quicker than what he did earlier today in practice as well, and he's going to get applause, I'm sure, from some of these top drivers. But Max himself knows these guys. Ex-Formula 1 driver himself, an IndyCar driver. What a brilliant performance by him.
Goes to show you the consistency of a top racing driver, though. 39.14 in his first run today, and then 39.08 in the last session in this final shootout. So close his times.